Hey everyone, today we are back in the custom pack. This custom pack is all about the Hooded Seal. The Hooded Seal is a tier 6 transform unit that when a friend is transformed, it will transform it back and down to level 1 or to level 2 or level 3 depending on the level of the Hooded Seal itself. So, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do with this, but I was inspired by what I thought was Grounded Sap spamming a Hooded Seal Gelada run. Turns out it was probably just a random pack he was playing because I messaged him about it, like wondering like, hey, did you get the run you wanted? Is the video going to come out? It's like, oh, it was probably just a random pack. And I was like, all right, it's officially on. We're going with the Hooded Seal, the Gelada, the Quail Chick, a mixture of the two. The only thing I've ever seen other than running into Grounded in the wild with the Hooded Seal is not a game devlog did Hooded Seal Lucky Cat. So I'm not sure if I put Lucky Cat in the pack initially here, but as I went through and played games, I did iterations of the pack, and eventually I made a Lucky Cat iteration, and oh my gosh, that absolutely pops off. So we're going to have this main run here. We're going to have a short little bonus clip showing one other thing I tried and failed miserably at. And then we're going to get to the final bonus clip. So the main thing I wanted to do here with the Hooded Seal was not this run. It was not the Gelada and the Quail Chick or the Quail. It was potentially using some new perks and some new things, I should say. So, or not necessarily new perks, some new things. Didn't quite work out the way I wanted to. Hoping based on what I learned here, I can kind of take it to the next iteration and do some more things with it. But yeah, we got the standard start right here. We got a frog we just brought onto the team. Not sure if I'm going to leave it at a level 1 frog, or usually if I'm investing in a frog like this, it's to basically get a level 2 frog. I assume we're going to be looking to swap a tier 4 unit with either this Alchemedes or probably the Weasel that we got going. Usually I'm swapping the highest statted unit. There's a hatching chick, turn 5. Ooh, look at this double level up. We can take the Drom, and I was hoping to hit something there that we could freeze. Level 2 Drom is so good this early. Oh man, the Hippo Humphead Wrasse teams, it has begun. So it used to be like Hippo Skunk. Now it's Hippo Humphead Wrasse. Oh, so scary. Alright, I guess we get more levels, we get more stats. The Quail Chick, there it is. So the one really weird thing about the Quail Chick is you can't feed it chocolate, you can't feed it pretty much anything. It's a little unfortunate, but it's easy to trigger in that matter, right? Where it only needs one food to be eaten, it transforms, it gives us stats. So if you want to get a level 2 or 3 trigger off your quail, then you're going to have to, or is it a Quail Chick and then you feed it, it becomes a quail? That makes sense in my mind. I hope that's actually what it is, because I just guess every time at which one it is. So yeah, you're going to have to find a lot of them in the shop. There is our level 2, and you know what, now that I'm seeing it, it completely makes sense that we're setting up the frog swap for the Quail Chick, there it is, because it's a 1-1 stat line. So if the Quail Chick's going to be on our team permanently, then we definitely want to utilize that level 2 frog. So essentially this is going to be a +8, +9 in stats, pivoting off of the Weasel. We can keep the Weasel kind of in the middle of the team hanging around for a little extra gold generation, a couple more turns. And you can see, I am not sure if I want to do this now. Probably considering if I wanted to keep the stats on the Weasel, keep the frog on the team, sell the Dromedary, keep statting the Weasel up, and wait on the frog swap. Because now we cannot feed the quail the lasagna, we cannot feed the quail the cow. And I think I just realized that now. Quite unfortunate. So yeah, we decide to go ahead and stack the beaver, use the chocolate there, and we get a stingray, which is probably the best thing we can do for the quail. Now this lasagna and cow, you can tell I definitely failed to realize what was going on before it happened. unlike in the commentary here, I clearly saw that was going to be the case. I'm like, what are you doing? So I took all that time, still made the wrong move. Oh well, it's still the main run. There's the Gelada. The Gelada gets hit by the dromedary, so does the cow, so it's probably just the time where we can just pivot off of both. Do we end up selling the platypus? I highly doubt it. And at this point, we can feed the Gelada 1 food per turn, so we can actually get rid of this lasagna. If I want to use this cow, I'm going to have to keep this cow frozen. I really don't know why I'm being so stubborn about it, but at the same time, I have a slight idea. And there's another Gelada. Wow. I was thinking, like, if you're going to double Gelada run, this is the time you would want to do it. You got a dromedary going. And wow, level 2 platypus, we still lose that. That's kind of surprising. We have decent stats. Guess we get the stingray now, so no harm, no foul. Still 3 hearts. Runs in a very good spot. Are we selling the platy? Of course we're not. So we're going to use 1 milk on the Gelada, and we're statting up the cow. So that's all intentional. Double checking our Gelada there so I can feed the Gelada. And it actually does not reset the triggers anymore. Is that correct? Did they change that for everything? And look, our quail chick is a tier 3. We have all higher tiers on the team. And I decide, you know what? We're just going to send it. I guess I didn't get the platypus for the level 2 duck or for anything else. You know what? Check that. The Kets is here to stay. And this really, really taught me for the Lucky Cat run. You know, this was actually, believe it or not, this was my very first run in the pack. I was shocked at how it all worked out. There are massive blunders that happen in this run as well. I think it's all funny. It's all just part of the process. A lot of the main runs, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be the perfect run. Look at the shop after the Kets level up. I mean, are you kidding me right now? So there's a method to this madness. I don't think I recognize the full method. But do we go for something here? I highly doubt it. So yeah, the hooded seal will work with 2 friends every turn. I didn't fully realize that. I thought, okay, well, it'll just work with the 1 friend. We can transform the quail back down to level 1, and then our Kets can level it up again. That is the Lucky Cat combo right there. So the same exact thing that Not a Game Devlog did with the Lucky Cat, we're going to go ahead and do with the quail chick, at least for a turn or 2. And I should keep this quail chick frozen. You can see here, I really have no idea what's going on. I probably didn't even expect it to go down to level 1. Now I probably realize that the Kets is going to work with this thing, so I don't need the quail chick frozen in the shop, but it's only a level 2 Kets, so I should freeze that quail chick. If I want to get it level 3 next turn, that is. I guess we're only going to miss out on a little bit of stats if we still decide to transform it. But the focus at this point should be the hooded seal. We won that battle by a country mile, so things feel really, really good right now. Oh, we almost went for it, but then I realized that we should probably level up something. Is that what I realized? I don't know. I'm not sure if in my mind I needed to level up the hooded seal again, or if I needed to level up something else. I don't know why I don't just take the quail chick. Just trying to figure out what to do. If the Kets is here to stay, yeah, I was going to say, should probably get a little bit of stats on it. When a pet's that healthy, you give it a little bit of buffer, it really helps out. Back down to 1, so we don't see the whole trigger going off yet, but that's okay. The other milk, we just kind of toss for whatever, and we can stack. There, we made up. See, we're learning from mistakes. That's the name of the game. Just learn from your mistakes. It'll all be good in the end, and it's a Mantis team, which means it's a loss. Oh, Mantis, what are we doing? Finally, the hooded seal shows up, and for whatever reason, in my mind, I needed that. I'm so bad at reading pet abilities. Like, I recently ran Sauropod again, and I was like, oh, Sauropod, you get it at the start of turn now, so it's still like, just buy a bunch of food, use it with cat, food builds. So I got a level 2 Sauropod on my team, and then realized, oh, this thing's not working with my food. Let's just get rid of it and move on to something else. So yeah, that was kind of a crazy interaction there. If you saw it, awesome. If not, feel free to rewind. We got our Gelada activation, which activated our quail, but because the Gelada throws 2 pairs out, when our quail was transformed back to a quail chick, it immediately transformed again. So we got 2 quail activations there, which means we're left with a level 3 quail? I'm just now realizing that. That should be a level 1 quail with how the interaction worked. So I am totally confused. But at this point, we have 2 triggers at level 2. We can just spam this Gelada all game. The quail chick was just to kind of help us along the way. The fact that we got the level 2 hooded seal is perfect with a level 2 Gelada. No overkill at all. Our quail is now 50-50. No reason to have the Kets on the team at this point. So the cow hooded seal Gelada is the prime. It is the meat and bones of this build. I think you can easily integrate like the quail Kets build and stuff like that. But once you get to this point where you just start spamming stuff, 2 chocolates, I don't need it. We don't need the chocolates. We need a waffle or a cow every turn to try to ensure this double trigger here. So I'm going to throw a pizza probably and hope. Nope, we're just going to throw the porridge. Guarantee the trigger. And then hope we can find a cow or a waffle. Double lasagna, yeah, I could use 2 of them and then try to roll for pizza or roll for cow or waffle after. It's kind of a tough call. And yeah, the stats are taking over. This is like it's one of those runs where usually it's not in a main run where you just all stats. All stats, no breaks. Unfortunately, we don't find anything, and I risk the roll, and we don't find anything. I should just use the avocado. It's pretty funny, but finally we roll into a waffle, so at least we know next turn we can most likely get 2 triggers. It feels good, but gosh, not getting anything that turn, it kind of hurts. So maybe there's a better way to ensure you're going to get the 2 triggers at least every turn. Maybe with some extra gold generation would make sense. You know, maybe if we kept that weasel around, something like that. What else would be good with this team? Obviously, if you just had cat instead of Kets or the quail chick. If you had, oh, look at that. We give it just whatever's in the shop there, right? All right, so now we got a melon. And I'm not sure, I assume in these stat packs, the only equipment I pretty much have is melon, sometimes like an okra or lemon, but usually I'll just have food and then I'll have equipment or perk pets like turtle or the new, oh, I'm forgetting what the okra pet is. But yeah, we get the win, pretty solid win. Like I said, it was my first run in the pack, so then I wanted to try to get creative with it. I was like, all right, well, let's see what happens if we run double Gelada. So I have the whole team set up here. Used the monkey just to give us some stats in the meantime. Was hoping to find a pill for the mammoth, but I was like, you know what? We got the mongoose here. We're on 1 heart, 5 trophies, turn 12. So it is an extremely dire situation. I don't think our Geladas have transformed yet. So we're keeping our Geladas not transformed because I really want a level 2 hooded seal before we really get this going. But I buy the farmer dog. I buy it because it just kind of makes things easy for the activations. Don't have to worry about buying all those foods. And look at that. We get the palm tree, so we actually get the battle activation. And I was like, ooh, this looks good. Definitely not using the hooded seal, but that's okay. And we should get a chocolate. No, we don't find the hooded seal level up. That's okay. It still has 2 triggers no matter what. Decide to throw a pizza. One of them hits that Gelada, meaning if I don't sell this farmer dog, it's going to happen right now. So there we go. We get pairs. We transform back. We get pairs. We transform back. We get pairs. Wait, that's all that happens. Oh, a level 2 hooded seal would have been so much better. At least we're left with one Gelada not transformed. So I failed to realize that those interactions were basically going to end the chain. If you have multiple units like transforming, they're going to remember how much food they ate, and then when they transform back, they're just going to bloop, transform again. So, alright, let's get into something crazy. This is the Lucky Cats build. Look at this turn 11 team. We're just sitting on almost a level 3 Cats, a level 3 Lucky Cat, and a level 1 Lucky Cat, and now a Hooded Seal. Only makes sense to buy a lemon. Safety first. We get a chocolate for the Cats, and the great thing about this is all we need is a level 1 Hooded Seal. There's no reason to get any higher levels, so a Hooded Seal actually does not have to be a permanent member of your team. I thought this was really cool, and this is something I utilize in the run. I'm going to hang around a couple more rounds here, and then we're going to ride off into the sunset at the very end, but this run is pretty exciting, pretty cool. I would have had this as a main run in almost any other scenario, but the fact that Not a Game Devlog already had this run, and I kind of took his idea, you know, I just wanted to show something different in the main run, and, you know, give credit where credit was due. So look at that. We hit the transform. It goes back. We could hit the Conpito, but I'm thinking, maybe not. Another Hooded Seal shows up. Don't think we need it. But another Kets shows up. Yeah. There we go. Now we're putting it together. So now we can get both of them to level 3 in this one turn. We can use both transforms at the beginning of the turn, get both Hooded Seal activations, and then do whatever we want from there. We got a lot of gold coming our way too with this build. And that's a great thing. You can roll for these transform items, not really worry about it, because we have 20 gold now. Now we got a Weasel? Nope, you got a level 1 Lucky Cat. Yep, just hit the Conpito. I see what I'm doing here. So, because we've hit 50-50 already, we go ahead and sell the Hooded Seal. So now we need to find another one to keep pushing this second Lucky Cat. Also, wouldn't mind finding another Lucky Cat, I think, at this point. Yeah, Mammoth shows up, might as well. I guarantee you the only reason I bought that Mammoth is so the Cockatoo would get to 50-50. Nice round number, looks good. Yeah, shout out Not a Game Devlog again. Very, very inspired when I saw that Hooded Seal build. It's the first time I saw the Hooded Seal work with anything, and I was like, that's it. This is how it works. This is how you use it. What a perfect example. So it's always great when you can, you know, find some inspiration from other content creators, because I was, especially at that time, I was really struggling in Danger Pack. I was struggling to incorporate the new Danger Pack pets into custom packs. And now I feel great. I feel like I'm in a great place, pretty much back to daily uploads. So with all that being said, we're going to ride off into the sunset. So if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you can think of any other uses for the Hooded Seal. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
There's no doubt, gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly, let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score, we've been here once before. So many words unspoken, you took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go on a new adventure. space, explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away, we won't see another day. We both know the score, we've been here once before. So many words unspoken, you took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On the new adventure. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm, I don't think of you. Don't call me up when you're feeling blue. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm, I don't think of you. Let me go. It's a new adventure. On the new adventure.